Hi, and welcome to the Circuit 3 presentation, Part 2. Last year we saw version 0.7, which presented the concept art, the 3D modeling, and the material prototyping to handle the light correctly. As you know, this brought us to the completion of the left side of the tree. And now, I'm happy to present version 1.0. Beside lights, I wanted real motion of actual physical motors with industrial-style propeller rotating between 10 and 250 RPM for a smooth visual experience. To achieve this, I had to fight a trio of issues consisting of high speeds, noise, and heat, where DC motors were too noisy, brushless DC motors were too fast, stalling below 1500 RPM, servo motors only go from one angle to another, and all motors were getting way too hot to operate in a tight enclosed space made of printed PLA. The speed was fixed by opting for a stepper motor, which you can perfectly control at very low and medium speeds. The noise was fixed by ordering the TMC2209 power modulator straight from Germany. These little controllers can handle up to 256 microsteps, which make them totally silent. The heat was fixed by using the TMC2209 potentiometer to adjust the voltage on the motor to feed only the necessary power to have just enough torque to set the very light propellers in motion. The small propellers are 6 grams and only needed 0.016 volt, while the big propeller weighed at 22 grams and needed 0.018 volt, which keep the motor around 60 to 80 degrees. But while 60 to 80 degrees is much cooler, it's still too hot for PLA, which can withstand temperature up to 55 degrees before deformation occurs. To fix this, I had to design a bracket that is printed in PETG, which is a material that can withstand temperatures up to 80 degrees. And as you can see, each motor requires 4 wires, so I had to design dedicated channels in the tree to weave them through the structure. Again, the Arduino Excel stepper library was ready to jump in and made setting up the code pretty straightforward, which worked straight out of the box. Once all of this was done and the tree was set on the wall, I finally reached the phase I was looking forward to get to all this time, which was coding the light animations. I ended up writing 169 animations that can be controlled through a basic web interface usable both on PC and any phone connected to my home Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is handled by this tiny ESP01S controller where a web server is set up and ready to receive packet messages to trigger any configurations. And that is the Circuit 3 version 1.0 in a nutshell. Thank you for your time and see you next part!